Hi everyone, and welcome back to another tutorial. Uh, for those of you that are new to my channel, I just want to let you know that you, thank you for subscribing, and I hope you guys are happy with my content. So, um, most of you guys have been asking me to do a tutorial on layouts and backgrounds, and I've been really busy this past year with some other projects on my Instagram and other stuff. So I haven't really had enough time, I would say, to really go in and create the tutorial. But today I'm working on a project with my team, and it's gonna be a music video project. And I figured that I can use this as an opportunity to really get that tutorial I promised you guys done. So the first thing that you want to know about what I'm doing here is I'm gonna start. I'm working on some assets for this layout, and the layout is gonna be like a Japanese temple palace kind of thing, or the interior of it at least, the interior of a Japanese temple palace thingy. So first of all, I have my my references over here on a separate Photoshop document. You can see because you don't really want to get too attached to your layer to your references, unless it becomes like a copy, and that's what you're trying to avoid. You want your layouts to look as original. You can see over here I have like a mix of like live real life references, and I have some some drawings by other artists, and you always want to have like a balance of those two to see how to interpret those in your in your own little way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and actually get myself the thumbnail from the storyboard and upload that in here so you can get a better idea of where I'm going with this. 1 second. This video is going to be a bit long, so get your popcorn or whatever you want to use ready. I'm going to try and go as much into depth as possible. Let me, yeah. So let me get those stuff. Let me get those stuff in there. The thumbnail in there. Hmm. All right. So this is the panel from the storyboard that I'm going to be turning into a layout. And I come over here. I'm going to use yes. So you can see over here I'm using the pointed the I'll say the brush that has a line weight, and I'm using it on the soft palette so it allows me to create this kind of sketchy lines. So you can see that it's a 1 point perspective. Let's use a different color. Let's write that. I'll use blue. It's a 1 point perspective heading in, and this area here is a focal point, and everything else is like parallel, and just like leading our eyes into this one shot. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna break these designs down and figure out what exactly is going on with the pillars, because that's a really intricate part of the design. So let's begin with pillars. You want to kind of get the idea of the length, kind of like the height of the pillar. By the way, to create straight lines, you hold down Shift and you draw. So it's Shift plus, draw, and it creates a straight line directly for you. I'm gonna put this minus opacity on this, and so I kind of want like something that feels like, how I say, a bit fantasy. So I'm just gonna, I want like something that has like dragons around it. And you see, the idea is that you kind of want you kind of want your 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 layouts to kind of give give a good, say, I'll say, mood and vibe to your story. Right now I'm just doing sketches, like ideas, and once I have a good idea of what I'm looking for, I I go in and I enhance those. Just kind of get the dragon idea down in there. So you see, every little bit of the every little bit of the design in the layout matters, because every little bit of it in a way helps move the story forward. And I feel like it shouldn't, no one should really take those parts of it for, for granted. You always want to have some sort of I would say idea to the direction in which your story is going. And yeah, so kind of have this over here and stuff. I mean, I did a first sketch. It mustn't really be anything that I would say like incredible or whatnot. It's just an idea. It's just a sketch of what you're looking for. Kind of have a dragon like wrapping around the pillar. Yeah. Like something like that looks cool. Uh, yeah. So right now I have this kind of curved shape, which is more inspired by the Greek, like I'll say more Greek temples than Japanese, because in Japan they had theirs, I'll say, more straight than curved. Yeah, but the reason why I'm making it curved is because I don't really want it to be too parallel in terms of my framing. So I'm gonna reduce opacity on this one as well and kind of figure it out some more. I'm gonna look over here for reference and look at that idea. Okay, so this is it, and they had like a big dragon. It's gonna come here, like how I want dragon to be. I want it to look like it's wrapping around like a bit more. So I'm gonna actually increase my size of this scene. Which size? I'll make it I say 10 by 5. I'll do like 10 up here. So 1 second while this kind of increases its size. There we go. So now I can come in and kind of demand it over my brush. So I'm gonna want like, I think I want the dragon's head to be over here. Actually, no. Let me think about making it. Let's have the dragon body start like here. Oh no, actually, let me see. Okay, let's begin with the base. Just gonna have that base down there. Now, right now, I'm not really using any perspective on this, because if I was, this would be more of a rounded edge. But I'm gonna keep this really simple and quick to the point, because it's gonna be a sketch, nothing too detailed out. This is gonna be the base of the pillar, and I'm gonna have like a second one on top, kind of like, again, more of the Greek style. than the Chinese. So I'm gonna try to like blend those two kind of looks together. And for the top, I'm gonna have the top also flat. Again, I'm not in perspective right now. I'm just kind of getting my idea out. Comes down like this. And for the top, I'm gonna use just one because I want it to have a balance to it. I want it to be more down heavy, I guess, than top heavy. And yeah, I'm gonna get kind of turn my screen around like this and kind of just use a flatter brush and just kind of even more even brush and get this like this way, like this, smoother. Like that. Sorry. Yeah. I'll say that the mistake I often see people do when they I'll say like I watch a bunch of short animated stuff on YouTube, and one thing that really bugs me is how people, I'll say, always kind of have this kind of like uninspired backgrounds, and it really upsets me. I'm like, you spent all that time working on the animation, but you didn't really spend that much time on the backgrounds. And I'm like, okay, backgrounds definitely are something um that need people need to take more time on, because it's just as important as the story you're telling. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna help you move your story forward. It's gonna help you. It's pretty important, and I feel like it should be taken more seriously. The background in, like, even if it's for YouTube or whatever, you still wanna kind of get those I'll say TV or movie quality backgrounds in there. Just, yeah, that's my personal notes on that, I guess. It's not really a fact. Okay, well, right now this kind of looks chubby, or I'll say too stubby. So I'm gonna try and kind of stretch it out a bit more. Just scale and make it a bit thinner, so it feels longer. There you go. Yeah. Then I'm gonna come above it and use a different color and kind of figure out what that dragon is gonna be doing. Hmm. Let me see about this. So I want the dragon to wrap around, like starting from the ground. So I'm gonna put it like from over here. So it's kind of wraps itself around this, going this way. You can see how I'm letting this kind of overlap with this. That's because you don't want it to look it's going around the object. It's kind of like it's going around it, kind of like this. It's wrapping itself around it, and it's going kind of like around. I'm gonna erase that real quick. And I'm gonna do something for down here too. You want it to really feel like it's actually wrapping itself around this object. Maybe it's gonna have like its leg this way. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna actually make. I'm gonna make this down lower part thicker because I want it to be feel you know yeah, feel that bigger, feel thicker. And get to bring this out this way of this. I'm gonna give it like a leg, I guess. Just, well, actually, I'll do the leg later. Let me get this part up there. make it easy, I'm just gonna select this, Command C, Command V, Command V, Command V, move it upwards like that. Like this, I guess. Now adjust it so it fits. Next one up, about here or so, and then I'm gonna move it this way and adjust it so it's smaller, like that, and it's nice like that. It fits right in. Make it smaller too, like this. So it's not like perfectly even. It's a bit smaller too. There you go. You want to merge it all. Like so. And then the head's gonna be like right here. Something like this, I guess. Let's figure out what this head's gonna look like. So I like this kind of head right here, and kind of something like this. I'm gonna merge the two designs together and figure out what I'm doing exactly. I do want it to feel more like a snake dragon, like a sea dragon that doesn't really have wings. So think about that movie Spirited Away, and that dragon there had looked like. So like this, I guess. Gonna get this, like mount up like that. Do have horns. I'm gonna put the horn like this, around here, and then the eyes gonna be the side, something like that. Those big eyes, those bigger, those eyes over there. They're like a whisk. It has whiskers. And this has a yeah, whiskers. It has this nice little stuff over here too. And you can just figuring out the design of every little, I say, intricate detail on it. And it may take a while, but once it's done, it's definitely gonna feel like what you've done is worth showing, I guess, or is you're pretty much gonna feel a sense of pride in your work once you see how much all the details you've put in have come out to play. Trying to get this out there and there. It's gonna okay. It's a bit darker. And then this kind of thing over here. Sharp. What now this way? This way. Has the mouth stuff over here. It has this little stuff in it, like beards, I guess. Something like that. Yeah. So it goes Yeah. Again, keep it a sketch, and you can always come back and detail it. Next thing is the little dragons. I guess the blades. This. I have one, two, three, four. Mhm. I want to add scales next. There we go. I'm gonna put in a little tail right here. That kind of just goes about to the end. Just gonna kind of come at this and wrap itself down here to the last point of the pillar. Okay, so now we have this. Let me make it black. There we go. So now we have a little sketch concept pillar, but again, this kind of looks too simplified. So I'm gonna come back in and kind of like look around at more examples at ways I can make this interesting. Because again, it's a Japanese palace temple, and they have like all these fancy designs, all these extra designs on their pillars because it's royalty. They have like golden stuff around, and you really want to show that. You really want to show that this person is rich. People have the money to invest in those extra fancy decorations. Separate layer. I come in again. Is my red. I can try to figure out what those designs could be. Maybe it has like little over here. I see they have like this little Greek inspired stuff on these. So so it's not simple like this. They have like this extra designs on their pillars. So you're gonna have to come in and like get those designs in there, make it seem feel just more interesting. It's never just simple boring designs. You wanna really think about what you're drawing, who is designed for, and what exactly are you trying to convey with designs. Again, the layouts are very important. The layouts are as much as important story elements in your animation and your stuff as the actual animation itself. You can have like just try and make it fancy. I have maybe something here comes down, just extra stuff to make it look more like, oh, this is royalty. Your layout should really express who lives in it. Tell a story of the person that that has the layout in it, that has that lives in that environment. I'll say. No fancy stuff here. Let me see if I start getting more specific on that. It comes like this, goes up, comes like this, goes up. How this come up instead? Nice. This comes, yeah. So going up in direction. Some more stuff over here. So you see, like I'm going back and forth between my between my drawing and the reference. Okay, maybe black too. Here we go. So we have this kind of design right there. I'm gonna merge my layers like this, and I'm gonna call this one. Move to the side. Actually, my bad. I'm gonna copy this, copy the base. Command C, Command V, and I'm gonna merge everything else. And move it to the side. One. And I'm gonna create another variety, another like idea of what I think the pillars could look like. All right, so for this second one, I was talking about making it more of a. I'll say the one. I'll say it's more like it's more of a weight, like heavyweight bearing a pillar. So instead of having it just like this, it's gonna look more like it's gonna have pretty much more of a these to it. So it's a more supportive pillar, I guess. Let's copy that way, I guess. Let's come out like this. Like over here. Something like this. I'm gonna have now some designs in there to make it look even fancier. Okay, so maybe something that comes like that, goes in. Like this. Again, this is a palette, so it's never going to be something that's plain. So it's going to have like a bit of an interesting shape, interesting design. Never anything simple. There we go. Maybe a circle in there. the circle shape. An oval. Command C, Command V, smaller. I'm gonna merge these two layers. Maybe instead of having a circle, have it like that. Sorry, oval. So that's really like balancing and holding the weight of this two. Something like that. I'm gonna merge this and that. And I'm gonna Command C, Command V, and flip it around. So now it's like, it's heavy and it's carrying the weight. So I'm gonna add those extra designs too to make it still look, I'll say, more fancy. I'm gonna have like in the little flowers. Go down the center like that. So center line. Okay, so if I'm gonna come like that. So maybe I'm gonna have a dragon here too, just underneath the underneath this. Just comes around, goes up. Having like little elements in your design, also little how I say, nitpicky, or little tiny elements in your designs help really add this extra bit of character to your layouts. Like your layouts should feel alive even if the characters aren't there, like aren't in it. It should feel like it should be able to stand on its own. Noisy. Let me look up the one up there too. You wanna get the you wanna get those in a nice zip bubble here instead of a pointy. Just come up like this. Something like this. Kind of put that in place. I think I'm gonna, yeah, put a dragon up here too. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll dragon up there. A little dragon up there too. I'll copy this dragon. Just down here. Just gonna copy this dragon real quick. Command C, Command V. Edit. Flip transform. Flip vertical. Move it upwards. Like that. Move it all the way up. Tonight's right there in the line. And it transform. It fits right there. That. There we go. So now it's both ways. I'm gonna merge these. So I'm gonna put the select, Command C, Command V, edit, flip horizontal, move it. So now you have something like this. This. We'll move the center line. Here we go. I feel like these, as I said, are too wide, so I'm gonna actually make them smaller. I'm gonna kind of move them back to and clean it up like this. So now they feel more, yeah. This side. I'm gonna make at least like 3 different variations of what the pillow could look like. Make one more design. Pillow. Move this side. About here. Merge this. Got these two. And for this, I'm gonna try and get a bit crazy with this one. With this one, I'm gonna try to make it, I would say a bit more chunkier, if that makes a bit more. Just I'm gonna try to merge like what I've seen from these two, like things I like from these two into this one. So I know for this one for sure, I like the dragon, and I feel it's necessary. So I'm gonna have the dragon over here. I'm gonna take some of this here too. Yeah, I'm gonna put like little lights over here, something like that. Just make it look very interesting. I'm gonna get rid of the thumbnail now, because I don't need anymore. Try and get some space in there. Just gonna come over here. Copy, copy this dragon. Copy this stuff in there, like that. Command C, Command V. And then move it over. Like so. I'm gonna copy the top. No, one layer. Command C, Command V. Raise the down into this one. So. Maybe the dragon. Command C, Command V. Move it over. So now I guess I have this little design here, and it's a bit complex and looks like a lot, but trust me, it's yeah, it's gonna remove this under part of dragon. Doesn't feel like it's visible, I guess. There we go. I'm clean it up a bit too. There we go, and remove this part here. It definitely feels like it's more filling up this space over here. So it feels like the dragon is kind of like coming out of this hole right there. It's going into this one right there. Dragon here too. There we go. So yeah. So this is gonna be my final design, I guess. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna take these out from the other ones. Remove these. Let's see. I'm gonna save this to up above. Number one and number two as references. Oh, group. And I'm gonna merge all this like so. Opacity like that. And yeah, I do like this. Yeah. I feel like this is a bit empty up here, but I don't want it to be as complex as this at the lower part. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come up there to the upper part, like right here, and try and figure out what I can do to make it a bit more, say, interesting. Looking at these, there is it has a bit of this bulb stuff right here, and these have all these intricate designs that I'm gonna try to adapt to mine and see figure out what I can do with it. Different color, maybe like tap into two. Nope, that. I'm gonna have like maybe it has this little, let's say, clouds. So I'm gonna have clouds in there, kind of like that. I'm gonna come like that. Something like that. Now you want to get creative with your shapes. So this one is going up, so I'm going down. You want to always like try and experiment. You don't have everything looking too symmetrical. I come over here and I can have like little, I guess these like that. I want this one simpler. Even mix it overlap like this. Let's mix it overlap like this. Yeah, I'm gonna make it black. Option delete. There we go. So now we have this kind of also intricate and interesting design for the pillars of the temple. Let me add a little bit of color, just to experiment with the color and see what I can figure out. I'm gonna like try this color of green instead. Need for a green like this, I guess. For this. And again, this is just me kind of experimenting and doing kind of it's kind of like my workflow process. That's how I figure out what I'm trying to look for. It's going to sound too bluish. I'm looking like this. And it's nothing it's nothing set in stone yet. I'm just kind of playing around and trying to enjoy the process of figuring out what exactly I'm gonna do with the pillar. Maybe I want this to be red. Yeah, definitely red. Definitely a lot of red in palaces in Japanese culture, so I'm gonna put the red in there. Reddish brownish kind of thing. That's too brown. But brighter red, this I guess. Yeah, something like that. And again, you're just playing around. You're just kind of trying to figure things out. You're kind of experimenting, kind of like you aren't really getting to commit to any one design yet. You're still kind of figuring out what the move is as in terms of like in terms of your design and what you're trying to say with the design. Have some gold in there, so it's kind of still royal palace. Some yellow for gold in there. Like that. Again, don't be afraid to fail with your design. Like it's always going to be ugly at first. It's always going to be kind of rough and sketchy at first. But once you keep going in there and playing around with those designs more, you know, it's going to look beautiful at the end of the day. So you can always play around. You can always play around with your form and your shapes. You can always come in there and always edit some things, some colors, whatever. Just have an idea down. That's the point of it. And again, spend time. Like, don't be in any rush to finish. Like, don't be in any rush to get it done out of the way. No, you want, because that time spent is going to pay off. Those hours you put into even one aspect of the design is going to pay off. It's gonna end up making your project look that more, that more professional. To spend as many hours as you need. And even when you're on a, in a tight timeline, I guess, or a tight schedule, always try and find a way, find a way to make sure that you're getting the best out of your hours, out of the time you have in the project. Figure out this. There we go. So it's kind of cool. Maybe I want something like, I want to like get the mix my brown and my green. Sorry, my green and my gold with this particular one here. So I'm gonna have the outside being kind of the gold. They're rich. They have money to spend. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I just put all gold instead of just having this between a green dragon. So something like that. This looks nice, kinda. I don't want this dragon there. I want it to be a different color. I'm gonna use blue for the wave up top. The clouds, I guess. So it's kind of like, gold, emerald, and sapphires. Because these people are spending the money, yeah, on making your palaces look fucking amazing. And you want to show that. You want to show that, okay, people are definitely, working on making those designs. I always see blue. And it's just three colors at most, three or four colors. Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave this in there. And not blue down yet, so just one blue. I have that. I'm gonna come above and just do some highlights. Get an idea of better my colors. This up. Just gonna have this like that, like that. Nothing too committed yet. Can figure it out. I was in the red too. Kind of golden. Okay, so that is a bigger brush. Bigger brush for that. Yeah. Green two. Let's make this again. No. Again, no. Like that. Come on, digital. Use this color. I'm gonna use it's gonna be cool. So I'm gonna use like a blue. This color. And just my shadow. Like the lower part. Yes. multiply. There you go. There you go. And you kind of figured out, you know, figured out what the general look of your look of the pillars is. Next step is to come back into this and kind of like refine this, figure out, figure out more designs. Maybe you can even have like maybe you can even have like lights, candles. They had the ones in they can have some lights on it or not. You can have, yeah, you can have some lights, kind of like these lights, hanging down this, just to give it a bit more of a palacy feeling. I'm just gonna put this over here, make it small, like this. Again, you're still kind of figuring it out. That's what you're doing. Kind of, trying things, they aren't working, trying that thing. You always want to, again, don't get attached to any one design. Don't get attached to any one thing. Just try and figure out and try and make sure that you're going at you're doing your design at the possible as the possible you know you're doing it onto the best of your abilities. You don't really want to feel like you left out anything in your design. You want to always do it to the best possible outcome. I'm gonna give this kind of light something there. I'm gonna put the lights kind of something like a warm color light, like this. Because when it's a warm light, it has cool shadows. And light only one layer. And go to it to glow. Kind of a warm glow. Just a brush. Overlay. There you go. And you can see how the light's gonna play. Maybe a bit more like this color. Yeah, it's more golden. And yeah, and this is, there you go. You have your kind of concept for your pillars. Again, play around. All right. So I'm gonna actually put this video to an end right now, and I'll do a second part I'll do a second part where I go into more detail on the other part of this particular layout I'm working on. And yeah, you can see my progress on those other ones. For now, this video is running kind of too long, and yeah, just yes. So I want to thank you all. I want to thank you for watching. Yeah, I love you guys, and Yeah, feel free to follow us on Instagram at Nari, Nari Animation. And yeah, please, if you're watching, if you're new to the channel again, please subscribe. And I want to thank all my previous subscribers for taking their time to watch this video. And I hope to see you in the second part of this video. Thank you. Bye bye.